Lone Star Conference Football Media Day continues here from McKinney, and it's a privilege to get to visit again with Coach Josh Lynn from West Texas A&M. Coach, third year with the program. Last season, you all were 5-6 overall, 5-4 in Lone Star Conference play. Tell us a little bit about last year.
Yeah, second year, kind of continuing a rebuild. What was nice is I believe that we got a lot better as the course of the year went on. Winning four out of our last five. I think a big piece of that too is maybe some of the young men that we've brought in kind of grown up a little bit, and it was just a good carry that over for carrying on from last year to this year. Trying to stack another step.
Exactly. You have made a couple of adjustments now heading into 2025. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, both named Justin. Right. So I don't know if that was part of the.
Yeah, it's part of it. You got to be named Justin to
exactly.
do it. Right? Yep.
But I know you've seen their work before as well. Talk about what they're going to bring to West Texas A&M.
Well, we'll start with the defensive side of the ball. Justin Richter. We worked against him when he was at Missouri Western, and I was at the University of Nebraska-Kearney. And what I always really appreciated about Coach Richter was his defenses, and maybe not how complex they were, but how well his kids played for him and how he recruited to that. And so, we're going to simplify on defense, and then we're going to play as hard as we possibly can, as well as the recruiting piece. And so that's what kind of Justin Richter brings to the defense. The next thing is with Justin Bain. Justin Bain kind of led all levels in the last 2 years in Division II footballs with total offense and scoring. Had a Harlan Hill candidate and winner. So we were fortunate enough to get our hands on him, and with what he does and what he wants to do with his offense, he wants to take advantage of every piece of turf on the field and spread you out, and both work vertically and horizontally on you. And another thing he brings to the component is he's a spark plug in everything that he does, and our kids really respond well to that.
You apart from just the additions on the offensive and defensive staff there with new coordinators on both sides of the ball, you were talking about looking to continued improvement. I know year three is a time really where you talk about that some, but where in what areas would you say are areas that you're like, yeah, this is something definitive?
I thought the last 2 years defensively we played well enough to win. I really do. Secondly, you got to look towards that offense. We moved the ball at times these last 2 years. However, we didn't put enough points on the board. And so I think if you look at what we do, I think the quarterback position is big. We need to improve there, as well as, the up front, getting that guy taken care of, and eventually, establish and maintain drives that lead to points. I think that's the biggest thing that we need to improve on offensively. Defensively, I believe we gave up the big play way too many times. With that said, though, we did play good defense at times, but I think we need to be a little more consistent overall with just stopping the big plays that went against us.
All right, schedule gets underway not far from now. I mean, you got camp coming up, and then it's going to be here really quickly. The teams that you played out of conference last year, you get return opportunities there, Western Colorado and Colorado Mines, and then, of course, the Lone Star Conference schedule gets underway with Western New Mexico after that.
Right. That's a great thing about our non-conference. I mean, we come out, I think Western Colorado's number 6 in the AFCA poll, and then Mines is the top 25 team. So, what's great about our non-conference in those first 2 weeks, it's going to prepare us and get us ready for the Lone Star Conference. And as we all know, the Lone Star Conference is as good as there is in Division II football. So, we got to come out this year, and we got to come out fast. And we can't have a couple games to figure things out. We got to start fast and make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to in those first couple of games to get ready for Western New Mexico.
Coach Josh Lynn heading into year 3 with West Texas A&M. Thank you very much, sir, for taking time for us today. Lone Star Conference Media Day continues here from McKinney.